How to schedule a Google Meet video call automatically for every new Elementor form submission. So if you are using Elementor form for collecting the online appointments and for taking those appointments you are using the Google Meet software, then this video is for you, because here I am going to teach you that whenever your Elementor form is submitted, how you can automatically schedule a meeting for the very same person who has just submitted the form into the Google Meet software without doing anything manually. Yes, it is possible. You can completely automate this online meeting process with the help of this automation. Want to learn how you can set this automation for yourself? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So this is my WordPress dashboard where I have created several pages, and one of the pages is actually Diagnostic Center, in which I have embedded an Elementor form, and after filling out this particular form, people can actually schedule a call with our qualified doctors, that too online. And I want, as soon as someone is going to book an appointment, someone is going to fill this particular form, an automatic meeting should be created into the Google Meet software. And to create this automation, I'll have to connect the Elementor form with the Google Meet, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can connect multiple applications and automate your tasks. Well, you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks in your account every month in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in. Then I have clicked on access now, and this is how you can also reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now after reaching here, you'll have to click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and simply provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. So let's say I'm providing the name as when Elementor form is submitted. Okay, let me correct the spelling. When Elementor form is submitted, schedule Google Meet automatically. Okay, Google Meet automatically. So I have provided this random name to my workflow, to my automation. Okay, let me correct the spelling once again. Now click on create, and now you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say, send an email via Gmail application, and according to our use case, whenever your Elementor form application is submitted, automatically schedule call in Google Meet application. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which we are building an automation. Okay, and here we are building the automation in between Elementor forms and Google Meet. So that is why the first application here I have chosen is Elementor, and I want that as soon as the new form submission is made, this automation should trigger. So that is why I have selected this particular trigger event, and after that here you can see it has provided a webhook URL. So the idea here is we are going to connect our Elementor form with the Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL and by following these instructions. Okay, so firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here you can see it has started waiting for the webhook response. So I'll show you what exactly it is. Firstly, I will take you to the WordPress website, and here I'm going to open this particular page with the help of Elementor only, and let me show you that I have embedded an Elementor form in this particular page, in this particular website. And let me show you that particular form. Fill this form to schedule a call with our qualified doctor. So I want, on the submission of this particular form, the call should be scheduled. Okay, so that is why I am going to edit this particular form. And after clicking on this particular form, you will find an option of actions after submit. Okay, so open this particular option, and here you will have to search for the webhooks. So let me search for the webhooks here, and after searching for the webhooks, you will find an option of webhook here exactly. Okay, open this webhook option, and here exactly you will have to paste the same webhook URL which you have received via Pabbly Connect, and this is how we are going to connect this particular form with with the Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. Okay, simply click on this update button, and this is how your Elementor form will be connected with Pabbly Connect. How we are going to test it, whether it is connected or not. Okay, so read the instructions, log into the application where you have added the webhook URL, and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So it is clearly asking to do a test submission or record. Here the test submission means new form submission. So I am going to open this particular form. So firstly, let me click on this preview button, and here I am going to submit this particular form, and you will see the same form submission data will be received via Pabbly Connect. So let me book an appointment with some dummy details here. Okay, let me maximize this particular form so that you can see the data very clearly. So assume that the person who is making an appointment has the name as dummy user. It is the email address, and here he is actually booking an appointment for, let's say, 10th of January, and here I am going to select the timing. So let's say the person who is actually booking this appointment is actually scheduling the appointment for 9 a.m. So here I will write the timing as 9 a.m. okay, and here I will change the PM value as the AM, and this is how I have provided the appointment timing. Clicking on this button, book your appointment now, book your online appointment, the form was sent successfully. Now you will see the same form submission data will be received as a response into the Pabbly Connect, which means the connection is working absolutely fine. Let us check the details one by one. Here we have the form name, here we have the timing. All right, this is actually the form submission timing, not the appointment timing. I'll have to check where is the appointment time, and here we have the appointment time, the appointment date, here we have the form submission date, here is the email address, the name of the person, and this is how we have captured all the data. Now we are going to schedule a meeting into the Google Meet on this particular date and time for this particular person. Okay, so for that you'll have to click on this particular, you'll have to open this action step and search for the Google Meet here, and let me show you how you can schedule a call. In the action event, you will have to select the schedule a meeting action event, click on connect, and if you are building the connection for the first time, of course you will have to click on this add a new connection and simply provide the access of your Google Meet account. I will go with the existing connections only because I already made the connections earlier with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking for the calendar, the summary, the description, and the start and the end date. Okay, so here I have several calendars into my Google Calendar. Let me even show you whatever the calendars are available into my account have started visible here, and I want to schedule the appointment in this particular calendar. So that is why I will select this calendar, asking for the summary. So how about I provide the summary, something like a new appointment is scheduled. Okay, scheduled, schedule for, and how about I provide the name of the person here, and from where I'm going to take the name? Well, I already have received the name of the person, and I don't need to manually copy the data and paste it here. I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. If you will click on this particular field, you will find the above data, the exact data here in the drop down. You just need to select that particular value. So where is the name of the person? Here we have the name. Okay, a new appointment. Okay, let me correct the spelling. A new appointment is scheduled for this particular person, and how about I keep the same name here I keep the same as the description also. A new appointment is scheduled for, and let us map the email address of the person here. Okay, alright, so I have mapped the email address as well. Now it is asking for the start date and the end date of the meeting. Okay, date and time of the meeting in order to schedule. Okay, so from where I'm going to add the start date and end date? Well, I can actually provide the start date from the time which we have received from my Elementor form submission, but from where I'm going to add the end date? Okay, I'll show you how. Firstly, let us map the start date. Okay, so it has clearly written that you need to provide the details, you need to provide the start date and time into the UTC format, and the format should be like YYYY MMDD THHS. Okay, basically they have clearly defined that the date and time should be in this particular format, but currently we have received the date and time separately, and that too in completely different format. So how I'm going to provide that particular format for which the Google Meet is looking for? Well, it is very easy in Pabbly Connect. Simply click on this plus icon and here search for the date and time formatter feature, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operation within your dates. And here in the action events, since I want to format the date along with the time zone, so that is why I am going with this particular action event. Click on connect and simply provide the details here, and this is how we are going to format our date and time. So firstly it is asking for the date. Enter date to be formatted, example this. Okay, so I'm going to map the date, and again, as I have told you, mapping is very simple. Simply find the data here in the drop down and click on that particular field. Okay, here I'm going to provide a space, and here I will map the timing as well. Okay, so this is how I'm providing the date and timing in this way. Okay, here's the date, here's the time. Okay, and in the from format you'll have to compare whether you are providing the date and time format as per the from format only, or basically whatever the date and time you are providing here, the from format should be the same. So here I have the date and time as well. I'll have to correct this thing because this is not the appointment date. I'll have to delete this particular value, and here I'll have to search for the appointment date. Where is the appointment date? All right, it is 2023 1st 10th. Basically it is actually for the 10th of January. Okay, now I'll have to check what is the format. Here I have the format as YYYY MMDD, and here I have the hours and minutes. Okay, so here we have the timing as YYYY MMDD hours, minutes, seconds, and the Z. Okay, so do I have any other format as the YYYY? Basically starting with YY, because here we have the year in the starting. Okay, I'll have to check. Well, I do not have any other format, the from format in this particular format other than these two. Okay, so I'll have to map this particular data only, that is YYYY MMDD HHMMSS. Okay, and I do not have this second value, so how about I manually provide this value at the end. Okay, so I am adding this colon and 00 as the seconds, and this is how I have matched these two things. And now it is asking for the to format. So as I have told you that Google Meet is asking for this particular format. Okay, so I am going to select the same, basically this T and Z format. So again going up, and here I am going to select the same format, and here I have the T and Z format which I have selected. In the from time zone, of course I will select the Asia and Kolkata since I am from India. All right, now in the to time zone, okay, in the to time zone you will have to select a UTC as per the instruction. It has clearly defined that it should be UTC. Okay, so I'm going to change it, and into the to time zone I am going to search for the UTC. Here I have selected the same. Now clicking on this plus icon, save and send test request, and you will see that the response will be received, and we already have the date and time. So remember, we have the appointment date as 10th of January 2023 only, and yes, we have this particular date only. And now you must be thinking that why this timing is different, because we have scheduled the appointment for the 9 a.m. but currently we have the timing as 3:30 a.m. because we have specified here that the time zone should be UTC. So that is why it has provided the data into the UTC format. So if you are going to add plus 5:30 into this 3:30, you will actually get this particular time only, basically 9 a.m. only. Okay, so this is how it is going to work, and why we are providing this particular value, basically 3:30 hours. I'll show you within the video only later. Okay, you will understand that. Okay, so now finally we have received the value as the start date, and now from where I'm going to add the end date. Well, this is really going to be very interesting. So assume that as a doctor, you are going to take an appointment. You are going to take a meeting for at least 1 hour. So how about we add plus 1 hour in this existing time, and this is how we will fetch the end time for that. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? Simply click on this plus icon, and again we are going to perform the date and time operation only, okay, with the help of date and time formatter feature only. And in this particular case, this time, instead of selecting this, I am going to choose this add and subscribe to timing and click on connect, and we are going to add one more hour, one extra hour into the existing timing. And here in enter date, you will have to add this recent timing which we have received via our date and time formatter feature. Okay, so I have mapped the same. Now you must be thinking, what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again? So whatever the values you are going to map here, these values will be automatically replaced when this automation will work in real time. I am repeating this again because I am mapping this data. These values will automatically be changed in the real time. Okay, and this is the reason we are mapping the data. If we are going to add the values manually, that value will remain same. Okay, I hope you understood the concept of mapping. Finally, it is asking for the expression, so I want to add the hours. Okay, so let me first copy the format, and here in place of 8 I will add 1, and in place of this hour I will actually delete this extra s. Okay, so this is the expression, and now it is asking for the to and the form format. So of course I have the form format as T and Z, so I'm going to select the same. So where is the T and Z format? Here we have the preferred format. Okay, basically it was the to format, and here I'm going to select now the form format, which is going to be the same. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and instead of 330 it will provide the value as the 430, and yes, it is the same value. Okay, let me even cross check. Earlier we have the data as 10th of January and 3:30 was the timing, and here we have 10th of January, but this time we have 4:30 as the timing. Now finally we have both the values which we are going to map here, and if I click on this particular field, you will see the above data is not visible here. So how about firstly I've saved this particular step, and then I am going to refresh this automation, and then you will see the data will be started visible here. Let me first provide just a random value so that I can save this particular step. Alright, I have saved, and as soon as I am going to save this particular data, you will see the automation has been refreshed and the values, the above data has started showing. Okay, open this drop down, and here we have the start date, and now again in place of end date, from this add or subtract timing, I'm sorry for that, I am going to map the end date. Finally it is asking for the attendee emails. So again I have the attendee emails which I'm going to map from the Elementor data only. Let me search it with the help of the add the date. Okay, I have added it. And last thing, it is asking for the request ID. So enter the random unique ID. Well, nothing could be better than this email ID because this is actually unique and random as well. So how about what if I directly map the email ID as the request ID? Now I'm going to click on this button, and you will see how the meeting will be scheduled into my PabbCon calendar, that too on the 10th of January. So let us test whether we are actually doing it correctly or not. So I have clicked on the button, and here the response is received, the status is confirmed. Let us go back to our Google Calendar, and here the meeting has been scheduled for the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. But you must be thinking that the timing was 3:30 to 4:30. So how did it manage to schedule it on the exact time? Okay, so here we provided the data as the 4:30. Okay, let me even show you here. The start data was 3:30 and the end data was 4:30, but the actual meeting was scheduled on this 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So how it has taken the correct timing, because we have taken the data into the UTC format, and now onwards whenever someone is going to book an appointment via Elementor form, the same appointment can be scheduled here. And this is how from this particular button the people can actually join the meeting via Google Meet. Okay, so this is how the Google meetings can be scheduled into your Google Calendar. And here let me show you, I think I have forgot to mention this particular thing. Let me show you. Here you will have to read the instructions that it will only include the calendars that support the Google meetings. Well, mostly the Google calendars always support the Google meetings, and this is how it is going to schedule the meeting, the Google meeting, into the Google Calendar. And from here exactly you can join the meeting at the preferred date and time with one of your attendees. Now this meeting is scheduled into the Google Calendar for yourself, but how your attendee, your customer will get the details. Okay, so we are actually going to send an email with the help of automation only, so that he can actually get the confirmation email regarding the meeting, regarding the appointment. Okay, so for that you'll have to click on this plus icon, and here we are going to send an email. So that is why I will select a Gmail, and in the action events, since we wanted to send an email, so I'll go with the same, clicking on connect, and you will have to go to add a new connection and provide the access of your Gmail account. I have already made the connection, so that is why I will go with the existing connections, clicking on save, and this is how my Gmail account will be connected. Now here you will have to provide the recipient email address. Well, here the recipient email address is actually, I'm going to map the data from the Elementor form submission only. Okay, and here we have the recipient email address. Okay, I'm leaving this CC BCC blank. Here it is asking for the sender name. So what if I provide the sender name as the Pabbly only? You can provide the details as per your requirement. Asking for the subject line, so appointment is confirmed is going to be our subject line. Let me correct this O. Okay, appointment is scheduled. All right, and into this reply to, again I will leave it blank. Asking for the email content type, well, I will go with the plain email only. And finally here you can compose your email. So how about I write something like hello, and I want the name of the person here. So I'm going to search for the name here, hello dummy user. The appointment has been scheduled for, and here I'm going to map the, okay, let me first correct the spelling. Alright, so here I'm going to provide the timings and details of the meeting. But if I'm going to map these details, basically the details which we have received via our date and time formatter feature, these dates and times are actually tough to read. Okay, so instead of mapping this data, I'm going to map the details from here, basically from the Elementor form submission data. So here we have the appointment date. Let us search for the appointment date. Okay, so here we have the appointment date as 2023 and 10th of Jan, placing in comma, and here I'm going to search for the appointment timings, that is 9 a.m. Okay, so hello dummy user, the appointment has been scheduled for this, and here I'm going to share the meeting link via which the person can actually join the meeting, but the person can actually get the consultation via that meeting link. Okay, from here you can join the meeting. Okay, and let me add a colon, and here I'm going to add the meeting link. And I have actually not shown you that we have also received the meeting link in our Google Meet response. Okay, so let me show you the data. Okay, and can you see that this Hangout link, this is actually our Google Meet link. Okay, here you can join the meeting, and regards Pabbly team. Okay, so this is how I have composed an email. I do not want to attach any file, so I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see how the messages, how the email will be sent automatically. Firstly, let me open my Gmail account. Alright, so this is the Gmail account which I have opened here. Finally, I'm going to click on this button, save and send test request, and you will see that the response will be received. And let us check whether the email has been arrived or not. I'll have to refresh, and here, as soon as I have clicked on that button, the email has already arrived. The subject line is the same which we have provided. Appointment is confirmed. Let me even show you the content. Hello dummy user, the appointment has been scheduled for this particular date and time. Here you can join the meeting. Alright, and this is the message, the same email which we have composed with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now onwards, every time someone is going to submit our Elementor form, the meeting will be automatically scheduled into the Google Calendar along with the meeting link. And this is how you can completely automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect. You just need to set this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that, sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. In case you want to access this automation, this workflow into your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the shareable link of my workflow into the YouTube's description box, from where you just need to click on this particular link and sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow will be cloned into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.